Hello, I'm Charlene of the Rainbow Frequency. I am joining you today for another live transmission where I will channel through energies that pop through to offer love and support and guidance to aid us as we face the times that we're in, our growth and development that we're experiencing. Each day you are alive is an opportunity for you to learn new things on this earth school so you can grow and expand more fully into yourself. I am here as an energy balancing practitioner and teacher and guide to help people acknowledge, process, and release any blockages, any false beliefs that are keeping them from being their best selves, from having clarity of self. There's a lot that we absorb, endure as we grow up, that as adults, sometimes we have to purge, debug, reprogram our minds. Just because somebody else has an experience or thinks a certain way doesn't mean we have to think exactly the same way or have the same experiences. A lot of times people around us are trying to protect us, and out of fear, they will displace that concept onto another person, and it is something where the other person might believe that to be completely true. And while it is true at certain points or in certain circumstances, it might not always hold true. So that's where as an adult, you have to be your own judge. You have to be your own person and learn to have your own discernment of what is right for you, what is best for you, and apply it for the highest good of all involved, is my personal belief system. So as somebody who's guiding somebody in this journey, sometimes we have to face narratives that we have bought into that are not true for the individual, and then have to let go of it. For example, feeling like something was your fault when in reality it was never your responsibility in the first place, things like that. A lot of times, we will come into this lifetime, into families, and different people will exhibit different behaviors, and there'll be caregivers, there'll be people who require the care to be directed towards them. And this is, again, an opportunity for people to understand their nature. If you have caregiver tendencies, if you love to be of service, it is something that motivates you. You tend to be very empathetic, selfless. Those are wonderful characteristics. However, you have to learn to balance them. You have to learn not to deplete yourself and not to give overly much to situations that aren't going to be for the highest good of you nor them truly. Because a lot of times there are people around us who like to displace their baggage. They like to not take ownership of what wounds they're carrying, what patterns they need to work to heal. They don't want to. It's much easier to displace this and say that it's somebody else's fault, or puts that on to somebody else as them being the exhibitor of the behavior. So it's something where, again, discernment. Sometimes I have to acknowledge that I'm talking to somebody who is not willing to acknowledge where they are within themselves. And so to speak, they're just like a trash heap that is just throwing garbage out at everyone around them, spewing toxicness. And there's no point in arguing. Not at all, right? Not at all. You just have to realize that they're having a meltdown, they're having a tantrum, and that they're spewing a bunch of toxic garbage, nonsense, and put your protective boundaries up around you. And a lot of times in these scenarios, I will either chant a mantra in my head. You can use whatever you like, positive affirmations, even just saying no repeatedly in your head. Nope, not buying that. Nope. Just love and respect. That is where you are in your journey. Not buying into that. I'm grateful perhaps that I'm not there. Stay in that little equanimity bubble, that little bubble of peace, and their actions are theirs, their thoughts are theirs, everything that they're doing, being, spewing, all theirs, not mine. That is a place that I strive to maintain myself within when I'm dealing with people around me that are losing their ever-loving minds. But I firmly do believe, as someone who is a shaman, that you got to break down in order to become healed and enlightened at times. So I perform my art in many different ways. I read cards, I read people, I read situations, circumstances. I do perform through hand placement, chanting, dance even. As each situation individual requires, I meet them where they are as needed with the tools that will best serve in the healing. Again, I've learned when dealing with energy, why would you limit yourself? In the name of love, holistic healing, and the highest good of all involved, why limit yourself as to what energy can accomplish? It knows no bounds. It cannot be created nor destroyed. It's pretty amazing. All right, so if anyone wants to chime in and ask for a card, talk to me, engage, ask questions, please do. Otherwise, I'm just going to pull some cards. We're in the Lionsgate portal. It's a period that happens every year, and it has since the dawn of time, at least as far as back has been recorded. Peoples all over the world erected wooden, like wood hinges, stone hinges, pyramids, different structures all over the world that amazingly aligned with Orion and Sirius, and they used it as a marker, as a point in the year that either for the nomads, they would move as needed. In Egypt, that's when the Nile would flood and the grounds would be more fertile. Also in ancient Egypt, they would move along this stream, this river, as with their beehives. So as the flowers were all in bloom, they could follow along with the flow to stay with that fertile energy. Beautiful. Beautiful. I love it. We have, as people through time, been so drawn to the stars because it's a part of us. We now know that we carry that star material within us, encoded within us, because again, it is a part of our makeup. We all evolved magically, divinely, amazingly in the oneness, from a single-celled organism all the way to these complex beings that we have on Earth. It's amazing, incredible. Nothing is above anything else. We're here to be in that oneness, in that web of life, in a mutually respectful, supportive way. Let go of the conflict. It isn't us versus them. It isn't a dog-eat-dog world. No, let go of that mentality, let go of that old paradigm, and be lighter, brighter, and more loving of yourself and the environment you're a beautiful part of. All right, so what archetype within us will best serve right now? We got the Father. Now, this isn't gender specific. Father energy, the divine masculine, it's protective, it's right action. I love in this, you see on the one side, it almost feels like the pine needles dropping away. All right. You see, all right. There we go. All right. So see all this material. This is so difficult. All right. All this material around the tree. It looks like grain to me. And you see the penny or the coin that's right there, saying that sometimes, with wheat, for example, you have to separate what is nutritious from what is just the remainder, the roughage that isn't necessarily going to impart the wellness that you're seeking. You have to let go of some things in order to be rebirthed, to be renewed. In healing, you release what's no longer in alignment to make space for what is in alignment, that healing energy to come in. When you clear someone or something's energy, you clear the energy and then you draw in, you can call it love and light. I say healing, supportive energy for the highest good, delighting mind, body, and spirit. But you draw that healing energy in to replace what you have cleared. Exhale the toxins, breathe in refreshing, revitalizing energy. And then so you see the other side of the tree where it has its needles. It's full, it's vibrant. You see the rainbow aura around it, showing the holistic energy that surrounds it, that it's being supported by. I love it. To me, I see this energy as being in alignment with your higher self, your highest consciousness, with spirit, so that you can take right action. You can have discernment to be able to protect yourself. And trees, I love, in that oneness that we were speaking of earlier, we know now, scientifically speaking, that plants around us all are communicating through vibration, through frequency, supporting one another, saying where water sources are, where there's pests. So again, it's a beautiful, symbiotic, respectful exchange to support life. That, to me, is the Aquarian age energy, mentality, consciousness, and what we're moving towards. Now, I will say, currently speaking, things are very heated. Things are very tense. A lot of people are feeling depressed, anxious, unsure of what to do, where to go, what to think. And again, chaos precedes initiation. A lot of times when we're shifting from one era to another, there tends to be that chaotic, liminal space that we have to be in to step from one place into the new. We're a little bit unmoored. We know that things need to change. We know that there are certain things that are not working around us. And we have an idea of the energy or the way that we would like to interact, but we have to relearn how it is that we apply ourselves to get there. I will say, I love that we're in a time where meditation is an everyday word, that we're starting to understand that our emotions are tied to our gut health. We're starting to understand that nutrition, even breathing, how important it is and what a useful tool these things can be to maintaining our equilibrium. Mind, body, and spirit isn't just a hippie adage. It's a recipe for maintaining yourself to be your optimum self. What are we alchemizing through at the moment? Ooh, we got Ouroboros, the great serpent. Ouroboros is the snake swallowing its tail. Again, I see that rainbow as the holistic spectrum. The chakra system is one way that we represent this within ourselves. It's the chakras are energy centers within you, much like in astrology where we have the 12 houses. They're different aspects of you that you need to make sure that you're tuning into and caring for so that you can be fully integrated, actualized, and one way of articulating this would be like, if you have a house, you have a complex structure that has plumbing, it has electricity, it's foundation. It has the external perimeter barrier from the outside world. There are many components that you, as a homeowner, it would be in your best interest to be aware of and tending to, so that you can maintain the integrity of your home. You know, if you have a plumbing issue, you have to attend to the plumbing issues. If you have an electrical issue, you have to tend to the electrical issues. So same as us as humans. We have a nervous system. We have hormones. We have a digestive system. You get the gist. So it's just, there are many aspects of us, our mental body, our inner child. A lot of us need to tend to our inner child and address a wound that we have faced, so that we can bring it around full circle and move forward as an evolved full version of ourselves. Right now, we're in the throes, as we continuously are, of facing karmic situations, karmic debt, karmic vows, different things that are resurfacing, so that we can see how we've learned, how we've grown, how we want to apply ourselves differently this go round, so that it's a choice. Do you want to heal the wound, which takes effort and a bit of discomfort, maybe a lot of discomfort, to power yourself up and through? Or do you just want to say, oh, there's a wound there, I'm going to turn a blind eye and pretend like it's not there? Well, it tends to fester. It tends to bite you in the ass, pun intended, with that. Literally, it's biting its tail. One way or another, you're going to have to address it. All right, so let's see what the book says. The Great Serpent, the Tail Eater, the Guardian, Quantum Realm. I love the Quantum Realm. The Ouroboros is the all-encompassing glyph of the alchemical process. The hungry snake bends itself around you in a gesture of protection and guardianship. The sacred circle, if you will. Giving you the space and safety to participate in the work. Anything and everything can be offered into its mouth for transformation. Good, bad, blasphemous, or precious. The materials of our life transmutate into gems. Along the great serpent's spine, The materials of our life transmutate into gems along the great serpent's spine. Along with our woes, the Ouroboros engulfs every pair of opposites. What is masculine becomes feminine. What is sky becomes earth. What is past becomes future. When this card appears, you have entered the quantum realm. Everything is a possibility. No one knows the limits of the Ouroboros. Just when you fell into thinking that your life was straightening out, the snake takes you once again into its gaping mouth for an entirely new trajectory. That is beautiful. And we have Uranus in the mix at the moment, and that is, we have Mercury in retrograde, we have Uranus in the mix, so we are having these things resurface, refacing situations so that we can revise, rework them, perhaps in unexpected ways, outside the box thinking, that sort of energy, very humanitarian, lovingly detached, again, very highest good of all involved discernment. I love that. So if you will, let's take a moment to do a mini meditation together. You don't have to do anything in particular. You can just close your eyes for a moment, breathing in 4 counts, hold it for a few, exhale out for 8. Do what's comfortable. You can lie down. You can not do it at all. It's up to you. So take a deep breath in through your nose, hold it momentarily, and exhale. Nobody needs or wants you at this time. Deep breath in, hold it momentarily, and exhale. I'd like to thank the universal energies that surround and aid us in connecting. It is my intention to help you in your highest good in a way that delights you, mind, body, and spirit. Deep breath in, hold it momentarily, and exhale, growing your roots down from your midsection, down your abdomen, hips, thighs, knees, shins, calves, ankles, feet, down through any and all surfaces, descending through the layers of the earth, collecting the vital supportive elements and energies available as you travel downward till you reach an underground cave. There you slip in to a crystalline pool, connecting to the crystalline grid, the energy centers, ley lines of the earth. Then you go down further still, roots intertwining to form a cord that then wraps around the heart center of the earth and connects. You give thanks for this support, and in exchange, all this vital life force energy, this fuel, travels back up through your roots, up through your chakra system, empowering you, aiding you, and regenerating beautifully, holistically well. You grow up into your tree body, starting as a seed that sprouts, and in the light grows ever stronger, stably supported by the all. Breathe in health and vitality, and exhale, releasing toxins, stress, anxiety, anything as needed. You grow up, up in the light, up your torso, chest, arms, hands, fingers, up your upper back, neck, head, strands of your hair, extending upward. You grow fully and strongly into your tree body, up past the clouds, through the atmosphere, till you break through to the cosmos. There you connect to the Celestine grid, the song lines, the energy centers of the cosmos. Then you go further still, connecting to your center or centers, your origin points. You give thanks for this support. And in exchange, this high vibrational energy travels back down through your tree body, bringing light codes, cellular healing, upgrades that help you release anything holding you back from realizing your full potential. See yourself as this tree. Feel the sacred circle around you, the sacred space supporting you with love and holistic wellness. Take a moment to just be in this energy. That is your energy. Now see yourself firmly rooted in your sacred terrain. See the landscape around you. With all of your senses, perceive the supportive elements, allies, guides, guardians, and helpers available to you. Step out of your tree body in your energetic form, your soul self. See a sacred fire before you. Now cast anything you wish into this sacred fire to be released, transmuted, Give offerings of gratitude, elements to add into the fire to aid your manifestations, your healing, your well-being. Give thanks for who you are, what you are, how you are designed. Give thanks to your experiences and how they've helped you develop, releasing the past. You see a doorway in the fire, you open it, stepping through without anything but pleasure and expansion of yourself, exalting yourself, illuminating yourself. See all the aspects of yourself, past, present, future, in a sacred circle, joining hands. Then see the color of your soul, the gem that you are at the core, the eternal part of yourself. Feel it. What color is it? Give love to it. Come together unto yourself, integrated and whole. Then bring all of that back into your tree body, into that beautiful quantum web that you're a beautiful part of, constellating it all together, sealing you lovingly within a sacred swaddling of your own energy, your own protection for your highest good. Feel that sacred space around you that lovingly supports you. The womb space, creation, as an initiatrix, I help you remember you are a creatrix, here working with the universe, creating yourself in the here and now. How do you want to show up? What is your true self, your true nature, your true frequency? Release yourself from expectations and just be. Travel all the way back, the way you've come, all the way back, fully grounded, centered in your own body, mind, and spirit, in the here and now. Start to wiggle scrunch, squirm, and when you're ready, open your eyes. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it felt amazing. Drink water. I always say, pay the ritual forward, feed yourself with intention well, maybe take a shower or bath, be gentle with yourself. We'll go back to some cards to ground it even further back down into the now. Chakras, what do you have to say to us? What are we processing? I love it. Self-worth. We are processing and releasing anything that is standing in the way of us understanding our intrinsic self-worth, our value. I know for myself, a large part of this lesson has been to understand that I'm not how much I make. Like, my value is not tied to how much money I'm making. While money is a useful tool in the material plane, it isn't the only thing that discerns value, right? As a sun sign Capricorn, very, very ambitious, very driven, very entrepreneurial. However, I've had to understand that that is a part of me, but it isn't the only thing that determines if I'm successful or valuable, right? Sure, meeting my goals, accomplishing the things that I'm wanting to do, help me feel and experience joy and happiness. However, at the core, I'm very grateful that I'm even here and getting to be me in the first place. That's the true amazing gift and abundance. You know, I have had the luxury of meeting with amazing people around the world and having joyful, beautiful exchange in business, sure, but more than that, helping them see themselves through a loving lens and heal and feel a vibrant part of the cosmos. Now that's the payoff. We're also, okay, so self-worth, we have orange, which is correlating to the sacral chakra, so our creativity, our relationship with our mother, how we mother ourselves, or take it to a less gender specific, how we nurture ourselves and nurture others around us, how we accept being nurtured by those around us. Then we have green, which is the heart chakra. Heart chakra is typically, it is connected to green and pink. And then there's the higher heart, which to me I see as a beautiful sort of opalescent color. So again, self-worth and wisdom. Those go very beautifully together to me. You know, we're realizing our self-worth, and that is how we can truly be wise, because a lot of the bad behavior, the lower vibrational exchange that we have in the material world, in my opinion, comes from a root cause of insecurity. People act out when they feel insecure, threatened. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Tarot as sort of the map for where we are on the journey. Oh, and I love, on the back of this deck, you see, to me, I see a Merkaba. The Merkaba is the soul's vehicle. So again, on the journey, we're all these traveling souls. Coming back to that, we're all made of star material. In the cosmic stage, we're all rock stars, right? Bottom of the deck, overarching theme. We're healing. We are opening up, facing our wounds if we're willing, to heal our heart space, to let go of the past so we can take ownership of our minds, not being consumed by insecurities, so we can heal. You see this butterfly figure, these wings behind this person that looks like they're being crucified, and it's transformation. So sometimes we meet discomfort, challenges, pain, and it's an opportunity to help us grow. A lot of us are having situations that are similar to things that we faced in the past, and it's an opportunity to face it and acknowledge it for what it is so that it can be transformed, released, and healed through. A lot of times our interactions with people around us can be those initiations or trigger points that help the healing take place. The obstacle, the challenge, is this moon energy. Things are not clear. We're not exactly sure, like I said earlier, where we're going with this, but we know that we're leaving where we were to embark upon a new cycle of development. Four of Cups. Advice from Spirit is to wait. Await the divine timing. Await the information to come to you, the inspiration. I really love, you see in this first, just kidding. No, this card. One day I'll get my reversing myself down pat. Anyway, so with the moon card, you have the turtles up in the moon, and it's that they're waiting the cycle to be right for that initiation, that opening, so that they can continue on the path, perhaps one could say to enlightenment, to realizing their magical full potential. Then you have in the Four of Cups card, these turtles, this new growth, awaiting that timing to ride the wave. So emotionally speaking, sure, the challenge is to not emotionally emotionally react, but to wait for the proper moment and the best way that you can respond for yourself, and again, the highest good of all involved. So wait for it. Very, very frustrating. I've been really drawn to the image that a friend of mine who helped me recently in a healing for myself, we're being birthed. So when you are facing giving birth, right before that release, you're very frustrated. You want something to give, and I know for myself, I kept jumping. Well, this is different. Is this it? Is this it? And then it's just like, oh my goodness, relax. Like in retrospect, I would know full and well when it was happening. There was no mistaking it. So being caught up in the stress and anxiety and wondering when it was going to be time and if I was going to know, just expended my energy unnecessarily. So try to be more in a quiet, contemplative, intuitive, restful, and receptive space, and await the timing like a surfer waits patiently for that wave to take them where they want to go. Then we have King of Swords. Swords, the mental body. It's being able, having healed through the pain, to be able to see clearly through any illusions, delusions, anything that isn't in alignment with your truth. In the past, you might have felt as though people had the ability to try to make you see how they saw things and give you lip service. But it's the being able to see through the deceptions clearly. If somebody is unhealed and spewing garbage, you can just see it for what it is and not engage. If someone's caught up in their own delusion, that's where they are in their journey. I wish you wellness. I'm grateful I'm where I am. Stay in your lane. Focus on who you are, what you need to be doing so that you can best be here in this life, enjoying the experience. Because that is ultimately our last card, a follow-up with the bottom of the deck. That is what is going to help us really be a master of ourselves in the material plane. So a master of your mind, a master of your physical self in the material plane. We're in this labyrinth. It's you being able, instead of being caught up in a labyrinth, you're working in connection with the earthly plane, the cosmos, to build upon the abundance you have within externally. Tend to your own garden, tend to your your inner temple. Have faith in yourself. That's how you honor your faith in the cosmos, the divine, God, whatever you want to call it. So breathe. Breathing is one way to connect with the divine. All around you, there are many ways that your intuition and the universe try to speak with you. So if you're not already paying attention, open your eyes to the signs and synchronicities around you, whether it be through animals, numbers, other people communicating the same things to you over and over. Pay attention. Listen to your heart and soul. Tune in instead of tuning out. You're given a chance to readdress things in a healthy manner so that you don't have to go through that chapter anymore. So best wishes and love that is healthy. Be well holistically for yourself and the environment you're a beautiful part of. If you'd like to work together, I am here through many different ways. There are many people out there. There's lots of information out there online. So you're not alone. You never were in the first place. So find your soul tribe. Find the people that help you feel empowered, supported, and genuinely loved for who you are, not how you can perform to best suit them. See you next time.